All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between LawLiet and Happy, taking place here on Devil's Forest. And this is an all the random. I know you can't tell because we're looking at Happy spawning as the blue undead over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, LawLiet spawning under the name Desert Fox over here on the bottom right. Should be an interesting game overall. There's Altar of Kings, there's a barracks, pretty standard. And well, let's go ahead and jump into the 2v or the 2-minute mark of this game as well. We really won't know what the players are trying to go for until they get there. All right, a little skink here as the critter, not a critter that we normally see very often. As we're looking at the 127 mark, 133 mark of this game getting underway. Heroes, still don't know what is in store for the heroes, as Footman now going to get trained up and out. All right, so Militia clearing for LawLiet, Fire Lord as the primary hero. There's that range attack. There's some damage. Fire Lord versus Blood Mage first. Blood Mage first with a Rod of Necromancy. And what is Happy's plan? All right, Blood Mage first. Flame Strike is going to go for Flame Strike. Always a little bit of a dangerous calculation there, trying to make sure to not take any damage on his own units, as we're looking at some easy damage coming across. There's some Blight down as well. Acolyte is going to summon up a Ziggurat here and perhaps try and go for, a fast expansion. All right, Blood Mage has taken quite a bit of damage. He does not regenerate faster while on Blight. Remember that. That is one of the differences in, human heroes versus undead. Blood Mage does get to level 2 and is now going to finish off this last troll. And there's that regeneration. All right, additional armor for that Blood Mage. Blood Mage already up to 5 armor here. And perhaps we're going to summon up or haunt a gold mine. Meanwhile, Fire Lord LawLiet benefiting a little bit much there. So this is part of that all the random that we see. We saw Happy get undead, but just because you get undead, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get an undead hero. And well, yes, no surprise that Happy knows how to play undead, but does he know how to play undead with Blood Mage first? As you see a Flame Strike, all those, lava spawns needing to kind of dodge and dance around here. There is lava spawns here. Let's take a look, trying to get in some damage onto some of those units. Are they going to be able to split again? There is another burn. There goes down 2. This is the last lava spawn. There's some siphon mana, but the Blood Mage, decided to walk away, and with that, actually broke the connection here. We are getting up a Nerubian tower. Ghouls are still dancing back here. Fire Lord still has plenty of mana, and now we see the Nerubian tower is already up. At Footman trying to go after here. We're going to see a little bit of damage, and the slow tower making that Fire Lord, move around very slow, very, very slowly here as the Blood Mage down to 131 hit points. You can see a little bit of damage going back and forth here. What's going to happen? Blood Mage forced to, Blood Mage forced the Fire Lord to TP out. Gonna perhaps haunt the gold mine again. Meanwhile, the expansion for LawLiet is nearly operational, and with that, LawLiet having a bit of an advantage. He is back at home. He did not build an arcane vault. That means that the Fire Lord, he's kind of laughing at himself now. It's going to take some time before he's able to move on out. He needs to train up perhaps some more footmen as well and get that clarity potion and also that scroll of regeneration. Blood Mage using another ritual dagger, slowly healing back up, already up to 205 hit points and counting, as the Arcane Tower looking to perhaps feed back this Blood Mage. Blood Mage going to perhaps stand in the back, wait for 125 mana, place down a Flame Strike right here, and get this party started. Ghouls going after all of these targets already. Skeletal Minion getting Arcane feedback, as the Blood Mage says, you know what? Undead never saw a corpse that they could not use. All right, everything is useful. Blood Mage now already out on the battlefield here. We're looking at a lot of peasants getting taken down, and that is a lot of ghouls just kind of swarming. Blood Mage now back off to the north here, up to 366 hit points, and still trying to retreat back. Meanwhile, where is the Fire Lord? Fire Lord is purposely trying to hide to not get attacked, and the Clarity Potion, is it going to work? No, the Fire Lord was able to hide out of line of sight, get in those auto attacks, and now the Fire Lord able to make its way off to the north here. Ghouls still causing lots of problems. There's one single lava spawn. Is he going to be able to test the waters as the Fire Lord needs to break that chain, and he's able to break the connection at least temporarily. Lava spawn going to get easily surrounded. We're seeing some auto attacks. There's a new lava spawn already out. Footman going to try and engage. There's some attacking damage on that fleeing ghoul again. All right. Fire Lord, pressure, lava, flame strike, creating a bit of a wall here. They do not want to try and pass, and we're going to see some more damage going back and forth. Low hit point ghouls again looking to fall back once more. Fire Lord, Footman, all of these just doing a little bit of chase again. Now, both sides have expansions. You can see LawLiet is trying to protect his expansion right here, but the ghouls are simply just going to run by again. No guard towers. And what is LawLiet to do? He's halfway across the map. All of these ghouls are just going to be able to swarm, take down these peasants, and it's going to continue to give more and more mana to the Blood Mage. Blood Mage is still at tier 1 after all this time. Are we looking at a tech to tier 2? We are, so LawLiet should be able to get to tier 2 pretty quickly and then get a secondary hero. Is that secondary hero going to be enough here as the Blood Mage still trying to escape away? All right, little bit of, Fire Lord does have those boots of speed, able to outrun that Blood Mage. You can see that little bit of damage, just auto-attacking, stuttering, and then trying to break that line of sight. I believe the Fire Lord may be able to get those attacks off, 1 or 2 or 3 more of those attacks, and that's going to be enough. Blood Mage is in some serious trouble. What is going on here? Blood Mage trying to escape away at 5 hit points. He does burst down into nothing. Meanwhile, the Footman back off to the north here. Blood Mage still only sitting at 2.9. Militia getting called over, able to fight back once again. And we're looking at, a militia trying to go after some of these ghouls in the middle portion of the map. Firelord continuing the fight here, going to use that explosive damage, now up to level 3. Summons up a new level 2 lava spawn, I believe. Yeah, level 2 lava spawn here. And, however, it is going to get taken down very, very quickly. Footman trying to go after those acolytes. Now, there's another explosion again, as the Firelord needs to reconsider his options. Blood Mage coming over. Blood Mage resurrected at the tavern. And with that, Firelord may be forced to retreat back, does have boots of speed, should be able to get away easily once that Nerubian Tower slow debuff wears off. Back off to the north here. That is a lot of ghouls that are low on hit points. Firelord looking for some easy targets and going to find it. Are we going to see an explosion? Yes, there goes one more hat. There explodes again. Going to try to find another. There goes another explosion. Getting 2 easy, quick kills onto those ghouls. And it is really that auto attack bonus that is, causing additional damage, and that's how he's really spending his mana, making sure to, negate that siphon mana ability, never trying to save up too much mana, just auto-attacking and using whatever mana he's got. All right, coming back across here, we are teching to tier 3. No sign of an additional hero as of yet. Firelord now going to perhaps try and retreat back here. Maybe LawLiet tried to train up a hero from the tavern and then realize, wait, it doesn't work that way. Here in all the random, going to make its way back down, perhaps get a scroll of regeneration, heal up with all of these units. 39 supply compared to 35. No second hero. A clarity potion on the Firelord first, and also buying a potion of healing, and also sitting on a potion of mana as well. I guess at the 9-10 minute mark of this game, going to start to continue creeping. There's a quick sleep. Goblin Shredder picked up. And this camp going to get cleared up pretty quick. Wildkin going to get taken down. Forest Troll High Priest taken down. Dark Troll Berserker going to get lost. There's a Crystal Ball. Level 4 now on that Firelord for that, what I assume to be that next level 2 ability. All right, Arcane Tower trying to fight back. Blood Mage taking quite a bit of damage. There is some repairs here. There goes another peasant. Those ghouls are trying to swarm, and well, lots of damage. Blood Mage does get up to level 4, but not going to be able to stick around in this fight here. Meanwhile, Footman showing up to the party. If the Footmen actually hold the door here, no, they do not block the entrance. I would have thought one ghoul would have blocked, one Footman could have blocked the entrance, and then all of those ghouls would have been stuck inside. That would have been an additional 8 supply of ghouls lost, and perhaps the Fire Lord getting to 4.5. Instead, those ghouls able to retreat back, and Happy able to perhaps buy a little bit more time. Still no additional heroes. We are now going into triple Griffin Aviaries. That is going to come as a shock here. We are going into Tier 3. We are getting Obsidian statues, so Destroyers could be out there on the table as well. So triple Griffin Aviary. We don't know if we're going to go Dragonhawk or Griffin Riders yet. Gargoyles are already out, so Dragonhawk Riders seem to be the better case already before considering anything else, as the Fire Lord now tries to push things back once more. All right. 51 oh no, Happy deciding not to go into low upkeep. Fire Lord now falling back here. There's a couple of Footmen. Still no secondary heroes. We are training up Dragonhawk Riders. No Animal War training. Perhaps Lumber is a bit of an issue, as the Goblin Shredder, where did it go? Goblin Shredder down to the south side here, going to clear out to this forest, get a lot of lumber, and perhaps try and get more and more mana. Oh, something I never really considered. The Blood Mage could actually be exactly what the Doctor ordered for Obsidian statues. The Blood Mage can siphon mana into the Obsidian statue. Once the Obsidian statue is low on mana, then as long as it's constantly draining from its opponent, then these Obsidian statues can continue to heal and not be, well, kind of semi-forced into trying to train into Destroyers, as those Obsidian statues are so powerful. But there really is no hero nuking coming across from the Undead side. We are at 625, no Animal War training. Instead, going into the Griffin Hammers and getting up a Blacksmith here as well. All right, so I believe Iris, did you do that? Oh, okay. My daughter just came over and like opened the shutters right in front of my face, and I was like, "Oh, hi." All right, coming back through Fountain of Health. Well, easily gonna get cleared out here. Black Drake getting shackled. It is getting healed up a little bit as well. There's some sleep going down, but these Dragonhawk Riders should be able to finish things off. Fire Lord gets up to level 5. What is it going to choose for a level 5 ability? Don't quite know yet. And there is a Staff of Teleportation that was left behind and destroyed. All right. Off on the other side of the map here, Blood Mage will be getting to level 5. Destroyers taking to the skies. We are looking at Griffins now getting added in. Dual Blacksmith for perhaps faster upgrades. And there is that Animal War training. There's Cloud, a Scroll of Town Portal inbound. And what is going to happen here? All right, Tactical Retreat. Gargoyles, are they going to get, well, shackled, webbed down? And then, well, everyone pretty much disappears immediately. Fire Lord, I don't believe got any kills, no experience. Same thing with the Death Knight, or it's not the Death Knight, the Blood Mage. So used to casting Undead. No, Blood Mage getting a little bit of experience, I believe, off of a lava spawn, as Happy now sets up an expansion over here on the top right. How does Undead work without hero nuking? We're gonna find out. 69 supply compared to 67, and here we are, here we go. There's going to be some engagement, and well, units quickly backing up. Flame Strike, wow, finding and taking down one peasant who was just, well, standing a little bit too close. Another Flame Strike could go down, and all of these towers would burn up completely in an instant. Are we going to see another Flame Strike? There we go. One tower going to get lost here. Arcane Tower trying to feed back. However, the Arcane Tower is currently getting repaired. There is a Shackle going down. However, the Cryptfiends are going to turn things back around and try to fight and web things down there. There goes a Flame Strike. There goes another Dragonhawk Rider. Griffins are in the air going after those targets, and, well, easily finishing off many of those ghouls. Those ghouls are just exploding. The ghouls, coupled with the Fire Lord's auto attack debuff, that's been huge. Are we going to see the Obsidian statue? No, Obsidian statue does not get attacked by those Griffin Hawk or it's those Griffin Riders, as the Knights now getting taken down. All right, battle to the skies. Well, a bunch of web, and there is no more Crystal Ball. Flame Strike to burn up that, well, grounded Griffin Rider as the Blood Mage gets up to level 6. Oh my gosh, Blood Mage gets up to level 6. Dark Ranger as the second hero. What is going on here? There's a little bit of heal. There's a Staff of Sanctuary. Crypt Fiends are now coming back across from the other side. We're going to see that Crypt Fiend get taken down. There's a reveal. That's going to be another Crypt Fiend. Dark Ranger gets up to another level, and we're going to see perhaps another Crypt Fiend get taken down. However, there are 3 Destroyers and 1 Knight. That Knight not long for this world. Blood Mage continuing the fight. Siphon Mana. And, well, Siphon Life. Dark Ranger trying to shut down the other unit here. Blood Mage able to escape away. We're looking at the Dragonhawk Rider trying to get away and unable to do so. It ends up getting taken out. 60 supply compared to 48. Firelord halfway to level 6. More Knights getting trained up. There's a Staff of Sanctuary on a Griffin Rider. Knights were upgraded to 2-0. Not bad, but simply too many Destroyers. Too many Destroyers for the Knights to really stay in play. The expansion on the top right has been cleared out. Perhaps more footmen are going to be trained up here. We're looking at 52 supply compared to 63. And, well, flying machines now needed to take to the skies in order to shoot down some of those destroyers. All right, always an interesting call here. Where is that Phoenix? Phoenix, well, gonna burn up here and then turn into an egg and then be able to come back out. Yep, not gonna have a problem rehatching. As that Phoenix egg gonna, well, hatch up once more. 65 supply compared to 58. Things are looking very up for Happy. Blood Mage also has that Orb of Corruption. That is a lot of Destroyers in the air. Not enough flying machines yet to really challenge them. Only 2 with a 3rd, 4th, and 5th waiting to be added. And in comes a Flame Strike Tower, quickly gone. And now, what is going to happen here? Both sides trying to fight. Knight's going to finish off some of those targets, but the flying machines and all of these other units getting taken down. Destroyers living up to their name, taking out much of the human army. Dark Ranger trying to save. There's some Siphon Life, trying to keep the connection going as long as possible, draining the life out of that Crypt Fiend. Staff of Sanctuary. Phoenix is going to be hatching up here. There's another Flame Strike right there as the Undead army pretty much untouchable with 5 Destroyers and 2 Obsidian statues. LawLiet going to lose this expansion and most likely tap out here in just a moment, as that Blood Mage winning so easily. Yeah, so if you guys ever wanted to see Undead without hero nuking in the hands of Happy, that's exactly what we got here. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.